I grew a 50k Instagram following at 16 years old. Here's 4 lessons I learned. My name is Matthew J. Phillips and I grew a 50k Instagram following completely organically at 16 years old. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 4 lessons I learned. Firstly, this is me at 15 years old. Nothing short of a Mikado stick. I was 6'1" and 53 kilograms.
I am shooketh.
And I transformed my body through weight training, and that transformation led to growing a 50k organic Instagram following at 16 years old. Well, the bulk of it at 16 years old, like 45k. I want to say I hit the 50k mark just after turning 17. But I tried going on Social Blade to find the exact specifics and did, but I don't think you're able to go back dates. So I'm pretty sure it was 45k at 16 years old and then 50k just after turning 17 years old. But because the majority of the growth came at 16 years old, that's what we're going to title the video, and I'm going to say 16 years old throughout this video. Plus, I need views. I just started my YouTube channel. At the time of recording this, I'm on 60-ish, 70 subscribers, and 16 years old sounds a whole lot better than 17 years old. So, I mean, come on, I've got to leverage it. And considering the fact that 90% of the growth did come at 16 years old, I do think it is only fair. Now, I don't want to waste your time, so if you're looking for 2020 growth strategies to grow your following, comments, etc., this is not the video for you. But if you want to learn from the mistakes I made growing a 50k following at 16 years old, so you don't make the same mistakes I did, you grow your following in the correct way, you save a lot of money and make a lot of money from your following, then this is the video for you and you should probably stick around. And make sure to go down below and punch the like button because it helps this video reach others and help them too. And slap the subscribe button because it also doesn't cost you a penny and you can unsubscribe anytime. Lesson 1. Lesson 1. Lesson 1. Build from value, not looks. And I blew this lesson on a whole new level. As you can see here, pretty much every photo I posted was my body. Now, yes, I was documenting my progress, but let's be real. The only reason that I continued to do it was because it worked and it worked really well. It got me followers, and I was having days where one day I would go up 150 followers, the next day 300, the next day 600, the next day 800, 900. I believe I had a few days where I went up 2,000-3,000 followers overnight. And why would I stop doing something that worked really, really well? But here's the problem. After I left school, I became a qualified personal trainer, and I tried to monetize my following, make money from my following. So I created fitness plans, just showing people how to get in shape, how to build muscle, how to transform their body physically. And I started selling these plans and I made roughly £400 in a few weeks, which at 16, 17 years old is decent sales and decent money. But I soon realized that it capped off and it wasn't really going to make me any more sales, and it was never ever going to make me crazy money. And the reason behind that was because I built my following of people interested in how I looked, not the knowledge that I have. My following weren't interested in getting in shape, they were just interested in looking at me. So when it comes to selling something educational, like a fitness plan or a product or coaching, nobody's gonna buy it because it's of no value to them. They didn't follow me for education, for knowledge, for value, they followed me to look at me. So why would they purchase anything that is all value off of me? I had nowhere near the interest I should have had of a 50,000 following with sometimes 15,000 story views and getting a couple of 100,000 views on many of my posts. Instead, I was stuck with the same strange weird DMs of "can I lick your toes" and if I explain to you the weird DMs and messages and comments on my content I received when I was in the fitness industry, you wouldn't even believe. I was stuck with those same strange DMs and nothing more. Barely any sales or any interest in purchasing anything off of me. just because I built my account, my following off of no real value, education or substance. Had I incorporated more value and education with the content that I was actually creating and uploading, I would have attracted more followers interested in educating themselves and learning, which would have ultimately led to more sales and clients. So make sure to build your following based upon value, not looks. And if you're in the business niche or any niche that has nothing to do with this, you don't have to worry about this. You're onto a winner, you're gonna be just fine. But if you're in the fitness space or the modeling space, if you don't build your following off of value, you're in for a treat. Lesson 2, monetize early. So I had no idea when I first started posting on Instagram that making money from a following or from your audience was even an option. Like I said, I started creating content purely out of wanting to document my progress, inspire others, and gain more personal confidence. But if I could turn back the clock, I would have started offering products and coaching to my audience at a much earlier stage. So when my following was growing quite rapidly, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30k followers quite quickly, had I been offering products or ideally one-to-one coaching, because you can charge a lot of money in that area, I would have been making bank. Well, actually, I wouldn't have been making bank because I was too stupid to realize that you need to create content with value and substance, not just your appearance, if you want to attract people who are willing to buy. But let's just go ahead and assume that I actually was posting content with value and substance, then I would have been making bank. So if you're growing a following right now, it doesn't just have to be Instagram, it could be YouTube, it could be TikTok, Facebook, doesn't matter. Start offering something now, as early as you possibly can. I personally recommend one-to-one coaching, where you just charge people a fee to give them advice and help them out. For example, let's say I'm really good at business and you're not good at business, I would charge you a fee to show you how to be good at business. If I'm really good at playing Xbox, say, and you suck at Xbox, but you really want to get better at it, I would charge you a fee to show you how to actually do that. So if you're creating, say, YouTube content in, I don't know, maybe like the video space, like videography, you need to start offering a product or coaching to show other people interested in that topic how to do what you do as good as you can do it. So if that's something you're interested in, I've made other videos on that topic and our link is somewhere at the top, or you can join our free Facebook group community where we show you how to do that as well, and I'll put the link in the description down below. I also recommend monetizing early because it's actually quite difficult working out what to price your stuff, how to actually make it, how to actually offer it and sell it to your audience. So by starting early, you're giving yourself a head start. Plus, this helps grow your following. So not only are you making money, but it does help grow your following. When you've got people who are purchasing your products and they're really good and they're raving about them and they're sending you reviews and they're happy and they give you testimonials, that word of mouth, that kind of hype about what you're selling, it spreads quite quickly. So not only are you going to make money, but it's going to help grow your following. I should have started this sooner, and I can only imagine where I would be right now. Question of the video. Comment down below right now the platform you're growing your following on. Is it Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube? Comment that down below now and leave us know. Lesson 3. Embrace the hate. As cliche as this sounds, you have just transitioned from the consumer to the creator. And naturally, you're going to get a lot of negativity and hate, especially when you're trying to grow, evolve, and you're seeing success. The people doing the opposite to you, that's gonna wind them up. They're not gonna like that. You're doing the opposite to them, and naturally, whether they believe it, they see it or not, they are thinking to themselves, how is this person doing that and I'm not? Why is this person being like this and I can't be like that? And these feelings and emotions get expressed via negative DMs and comments. I would get called every name under the sun, and my favorite was attention seeker. Attention seeker was my favorite one because isn't it obvious that I'm an attention seeker? I mean, let's be straight. I'm not putting all this time and effort into content for a giggle. I want my content to get attention so it can actually impact people and I can grow and make more money. So that was probably one of the dumbest ones, but any comment you can probably think of, I've probably had it. And where growth is, hate is. Hate and growth, they go together. So you have to look at it and you have to see it as a positive. The more hate you're getting, not in all instances, but the majority, the more hate you're getting, the more you're actually growing and the more people you're reaching. And it's so sad that so many people quit and they never actually, reach their full potential. And who knows where they could have been because they gave into the hate, they gave into the negativity, and they didn't learn to embrace it. So many people quit because of this. But you have to embrace it. And it's so sad for those that quit because of the hate, because we never get to see where they could have ended up. But you have to realize that hate is usually a direct correlation to growth. The more you're growing, usually the more hate you'll actually receive. Not in all instances, but in the majority. So you have to look at it as a positive and realize that the more hate you're receiving, it is usually because you're doing something right and you're doing something different. Lesson 4. The almighty algorithm. For those of you that don't know what an algorithm is, think of it as a machine that controls all. It's what decides what content does well and what content doesn't do well. One day this content does well, the next day this content does well. It's what decided that you would see this video today. And every social platform from TikTok to Instagram to Facebook to YouTube has an algorithm that is working 24/7. But the problem is creators take their current growth for granted. What works one day doesn't necessarily work the next. And when the algorithm changed on me and the content I was creating wasn't getting me the exposure that it was previously getting, my following hit a standstill. In a way though, it worked out for me because it gave me an opportunity to actually leave the fitness space and enter the business space. So it worked well for me, but let's just say I wanted to continue growing my Instagram following in the fitness industry. I would have had to have worked out the new algorithm and worked out the entire growth game from scratch. This is why diversification is great and absolutely necessary, and why large influencers like Charli D'Amelio and Addison Rae are doing the right thing. They're posting content on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, not just TikTok, and they're diversifying their audience. So if one platform goes down, they're okay. But let's just say the algorithm changes on TikTok and the growth slows down. Those other platforms are still going to grow and they can continue to feed their TikTok platform. So those are my 4 lessons learned from growing a 50k Instagram following at 16 years old. And one last thing that I wish I did a lot more when I was growing my following is I wish I appreciated it more. Not everybody gets to actually experience hundreds and thousands of people commenting on their photos, following them, visiting their profile on a weekly basis. Not many people get to experience waking up to hundreds of DMs every single day to people saying, I love you, I love what you do, you've changed my life. So another thing I wish I really did when I grew my following was appreciated every single follower, every single like, every single comment that I actually had. Starting this YouTube channel has been a very humbling experience to go from waking up to thousands of followers a night to only seeing 1, 2, 3 subscribers here and there. But it's very humbling and I'm making sure that I appreciate every single one of you. So please punch a like on this video and slap the subscribe button if you like this video and you want to see more content. And if you think I should start growing my Instagram following again, maybe document the process and make a video of it, please comment that down below. Leave me know if you think that's a good idea. Follow me on Instagram, add me on Facebook. And if you do want to actually start monetizing your following and start a profitable coaching business, join our free Facebook group down in the description. My name's Matthew J. Phillips. Thank you for watching.